Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the one that really resonates with your intuition. And we'll begin. All right. Okay, for those of you who chose the blue sparkly stone, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Three of Wands. All right. So, whoa, look at that wand energy. Holy moly. Well, aren't you a purposeful person today? And sure as heck able to get it done. Some fire, some passion, some enthusiasm. Focus. You know what your main priority is. You're following it. In fact, you really may be in charge today. These are minor arcana, so I mean, it's probably not, it can be about just this week or this day, but you're really in charge because you got a lot to do. There's a lot that needs to get done with that Ten of Wands. There are many things you are very concerned about. Concerns, priorities that you have. In fact, you may feel a little overburdened. I think that this is telling you, but you know what? You're going to do what you always do, and you're going to take care of it. And the Three of Wands is, and be encouraged, because some of the investment you're making now will pay off. That's the sort of waiting for your ship to come in card. So that can be a good interpretation of these cards. Also, though, whenever that Ten of Wands comes up, I have to say, I think that Spirit giving us a caution, saying, all right, you could feel overburdened today, but you don't necessarily have to. You know, if you know your strength, if you know just how good you are at taking care of what's most important to you, maybe that helps you feel less burdened. Maybe that confidence may help you to feel more like, okay, I'll just do one thing at a time. Because that overburden tends to come in when we have this feeling, oh, I can't do it all. Or, oh, there's so much that is important to me. I'm afraid I'll let something down, let myself down, or let go of one of these things. You know, that kind of thing. Without that kind of thinking, we maybe don't feel overburdened. Maybe we feel quite purposeful and powerful, and we can just take one thing at a time. So this could be about confidence. You're encouraged to be confident and even enjoy and appreciate your ability to really hang tight to your goals. Maybe appreciate that about yourself. Then each task becomes a victory. Like, oh, wow, I've gotten that done. And then what's the next thing I can take care of, you know? So it can be about that, but certainly taking one thing at a time is important whenever you get this card. And the Three of Wands is encouraging you to know that your efforts will pay off. So those are great cards. Those are terrific cards. They're about changing perspective, I suppose, but boy, it compliments to you too. For those of you who chose this Snowflake Obsidian, we have the Chariot as your major arcana. We have the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. Okay. So the Three of Swords. All right. So the swords in this card and in that card they let me know that there's some hurt there, or there's some painful thoughts there that tend to repeat. So the Three of Swords, there's no blood dripping there. At least, no, but those are petals. Those are petals. Interesting in this card, in this deck. This is the Arcanum deck. But the feeling is that this isn't a fresh wound. This isn't something happening today. If there is something happening now that brings hurtful thoughts or makes you feel hurt or frustrated or something else unpleasant, it's really because it's a pattern. It's really because you've experienced this before, and it's evoked this kind of painful thinking before. But look at that. The Six of Swords tells me you're transforming whatever that is into lessons that you take with you. Because look at these people here. Yeah, their head's a little bowed. Yeah, the lessons were a little heavy, right? But look at that beautiful water they're steering into. And the sky is light ahead of them. The storm clouds are behind them. So these are the lessons that you take to make a better future for yourself, a nicer time for yourself. So interesting. I don't know if these thoughts have something to do with it, something that has gone forward sort of suddenly, and you haven't been able to really do much but go with it. You don't have the control. The man who rides the chariot doesn't have the reins. He doesn't have the control. However, what he does is he sort of chooses to trust in his wand, trust in the purpose, trust in the direction, trust in the goal, and go forward with it. That's what he does. So there might be a situation that, has not been under your control that's created some of this, but you're riding it out. You're going to use that energy in anything difficult you've experienced to improve your future. That's what I'm seeing here. The chariot, sometimes that comes up too when the two horses are significant, or the two sphinxes in the Rider-Waite. Sometimes that can come up to say there may be two people being pulled forward, or two goals being pulled forward, and they may seem to fight a little bit because these two are turned out from each other just a bit. They're still going to pull that chariot forward, and they're still going to ultimately work together to pull it forward. But there could be some back and forth. And then that card is saying, it's okay. They're still moving forward. Maybe they see the way forward a little bit differently from each other. But it will be okay. Even though that adds some turbulence, some rockiness, it'll be all right. Yeah, sometimes Spirit just uses chariot kinds of circumstances to really pull us forward into something more positive, and maybe pull us out of a pattern, a pattern where painful thoughts or beliefs that we have. Yeah, leaving that behind, but taking the lessons. All right. For those of you who chose the Tiger's Eye, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Empress, and we have the Four of Coins. So the Hanged Man is about some sort of delay. Okay, but it's a delay that lets you see things from a different perspective as long as you accept it and don't fight against it. That man, if he fought against hanging out, he could make himself pretty miserable because he's not getting up. But instead, he decides to just make the most of it and see things from a different perspective and realize that maybe that's valuable too. The Empress is a brand new beginning coming in, new life, growth, something new and good that is coming into your life. But you know what? I always say with the Empress that there's sometimes something required of us, because we could be pregnant with the possibility, but she has to move with the forces of nature. The Empress is pregnant, right? She has to move with that force and take part in its delivery. There is a natural unfolding of that. She doesn't have to know exactly what's going to happen or guide it and direct it, but she has to go with it. She has to participate in it. So I wonder if this Four of Coins is actually something that's making it difficult, like a fear of failure, wanting to hang on to your security and stay stable and stay hang on tight to where you're at right now. I wonder if that could possibly be getting in the way of this. In any case, the Hanged Man is letting me know that if this is creating a delay, the desire to hang on to the security you've got is creating a delay and something new coming in one area of your life, it's okay. Because the Hanged Man's telling me that the delay is only going to help you see things from another perspective, see them in a new way. And then maybe you feel less nervous. See, this Four of Coins person, she does have security. And these are physical manifestations of security. She does have that. But there's something making her feel uncertain about that or insecure about that, so she's hanging on tightly. If she relaxes, she still has the 4 coins. She doesn't lose them. So I think that maybe there's something new coming in, and relaxing a bit and having a bit of faith would help that to come in more quickly. But certainly you may be getting a new perspective on something now. We always get help with this Hanged Man. It's like we don't have to figure out the new perspective all on our own. Spirit is working in the back of our minds and bringing information to us a lot of times that will help us to see it a little differently. So we just need to participate and cooperate in the new thing coming in. So I like that. I like that a lot. For those of you who chose the Yellowstone, we have the 9 of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. So these are minor arcana, probably not a big deal, probably about aspects of this day. The 9 of Cups is awfully nice. That's your wish card, like you get your wish, or it's a sense of satisfaction in emotional contentment. So that's nice. That may be coming in today. I feel like that can be a really wonderful wish come true, and it can simply be sitting down and being comfortable and being satisfied with what you've established. Sources of emotional fulfillment you've established in your life. It can just be that kind of moment and feeling. But then we have this Knight of Swords though too. So what's that all about? I feel like, given that it's surrounded by 2 good Cups cards, because the Page of Cups is a lovely card as well, I feel like that Knight of Swords is about your plan. There's a plan or a need to charge forward in some sort of plan or speech or writing. Something like that. Intellectual, definitely. It's something that definitely makes sense. You may need to put your emotions aside to do it. You charge forward, and I think there's some victory there. It goes well today. And it may be just a part of your plan, because the Knight is not fully mature, not the king or the queen. So it may just be part of your plan you're doing along the way. The Page of Cups too is some good news, or it's that sense of childlike, carefree feeling, moving with what's emotionally pleasant to do, say, that kind of thing. I like these cards. I think they're nice. I think you will feel like you've made progress today. You've been smart today, and you can enjoy some things here. You can enjoy yourself a bit. There might be something you're wishing for that'll be coming in too. Some good news. That really fits with that. There really may be, because these 2 cards kind of say that, don't they? Like the good message, the good news is coming in, that you've got something's coming through that you wanted to come through. It makes you happy. So, good cards. Good cards. All right. Well, I thank you so very much. Thank you so much for watching and liking, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.